So you're at the barbershop or you're at the salon and you are unsure of what type of haircut you want. Now, this could be an issue before you're going in to get your service or when you're actually sitting down right here in the chair waiting for the professional to cut your hair. In today's video, what I'm going to do is we are going to talk about a number of things about the topic of getting your haircut and what's the best haircut for you. So there's many different types of topics and videos and all these things floating around the internet and on YouTube about what's the best type of haircut. So the first thing you want to figure out is what's your lifestyle like? What kind of style are you? Where do you position yourself? Are you more punk rock? Are you more urban? Are you very professional, wearing a suit all the time? Are you a hipster? Are you a goth? Are you emo? Like, are you do you shave your head? Like, what kind of style are you? How are you dressing every single day? Because that does make a big difference in the type of haircut you're getting. For example, if you're a guy who's in a business suit every single day and you're getting a mohawk haircut, it may not be the best fit. I mean, it could work, maybe, depending on what you're doing. I think you see where I'm going with this. So you need to make sure that you have a clear understanding of what kind of style are you. If you have no particular style, if you're like, oh, I just wear jeans and like t-shirts every single day, I don't really have a style or any sort of classification of how I dress, well then, that actually may be a little more helpful because you could have your hair in a variety of different ways and you may just look okay in everything. So once you understand and embrace what kind of style, what kind of fashion sense you are, how you want to be portrayed by people, then you can move on to the next thing. And believe it or not, it's probably maintenance. What type of maintenance and what type of commitment are you willing to make to your hairstyle? Are you going to need to get your haircut every week? Meaning, are you going to need touch-ups or edge-ups or whatever all the time? Do you have to constantly go in? Can you afford that? Do you have a haircut that requires maintenance like every 3 to 4 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks? Then that might be the best thing for you. You have to understand what type of commitment are you going to make to your hairstyle. Are you going to use product? What I find very funny is how somebody may want a new haircut, a new hairstyle, and they want to look awesome, but they literally don't know how to maintain it when they get home. So you really have to know how to maintain and style that particular hairstyle you have. Does it require a lot of work? That's another thing. That goes back to the original whole thing is like, what kind of fashion sense are you? Are you willing to put a lot of work into what your hairstyle is to match with your style? So, are you going to spend an hour on your hair? Yes or no? I mean, you want to spend 2 minutes on your hair? So again, it comes down to that commitment and what you're willing to commit to the hairstyle. Are you going to use a lot of products? All those things. And so many people I've learned in the past and seen, they just don't know how to do their hair at home at all. They'll leave the salon or the barbershop with an amazing haircut. It's all styled, looks great. They get home, they post a couple of selfies, and you're like, what happened to their hair? Like, that's not how it's supposed to look. They didn't even do anything with it. So, and as a professional, it gets a little frustrating, but for the most part, I think a lot of people nowadays are more in tune with that. But if you're not, go on YouTube, watch a lot of my videos, watch any sort of hairstyling tutorial about how to apply product, how to use product, and how to maintain your hairstyle properly. The next thing is your face shape, and this is probably one of the biggest things that is talked about in, when it comes to the hair community, I guess, and one of the biggest questions I get is not only what's my face shape, but what haircut suits me. So about the face shape, and I've talked about this before, you want to get a haircut that's the opposite. Oops, sorry about that. We want to get a haircut that is the opposite of what your face shape is. If it's very round and you're getting a haircut that's rounding out your head, that may make you look like just one big circle, one big round head shape. If you have a very long face and you're getting something where the hair is super high and poofed up on top, guess what that's doing? That's just making the hair go up more and your face even longer. Do you have a very narrow, low forehead? If so, are you getting a haircut that literally is coming down right here where it's all on your forehead, that you're making your forehead look like it's non-existent? Well, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you need something that's a bit, higher up to get that volume to kind of lift and to create the illusion that your hair is a bit higher up and your hairline isn't so low. Do you have a, square face? What you don't want to do is create a haircut that's very boxy, because that's going to make you look like a cardboard box, and you don't want to look like that. So you want to create something maybe that is a bit more rounded, or something that is the opposite of that particular shape. Like for round faces, you want something that's a little more narrowing, where maybe it's a bit longer towards the front here and closer to the head around the sides and the back, but the front is much longer and maybe towards the face, right? So you're creating the illusion of, instead of it being rounded, it's narrowing down your face shape. So that's important, face shapes. And then lastly, what's the best haircut for you? I get that all the time. Look at my face, or look at me. What should I wear? What's my hair type? So I guess the final thing is your hair type and your expectations, okay? If you've got really, really kinky, curly, wild, out of control hair, chances are your hair is not gonna look and perform like Leonardo DiCaprio's hair. I can assure you. If you have that type of texture, you need to find a style that is going to match all the other topics that we talked about, as far as maintenance and commitment. How are you going to work with your hair? Maybe you just need to shave your head. Maybe you grow your hair a lot longer. Maybe you get a haircut that's catered towards having a curlier type of hair texture. If your hair is very, very straight, you can do a lot with it, but is it weighing you down? Do you need to have a different haircut? Does it need to be short? So it really depends on you, and all the topics that I addressed and points that I touch upon. That's going to give you the best haircut for you. And I can't control how somebody else cuts your hair. The hundreds of DMs I get constantly are just people saying, tell me what looks best on me. You're not paying me to do that. That's what you're paying your professional to do. And I appreciate that, and I value that you trust my opinion. But, I charge, $75 and upwards of almost $200 for a haircut. So, it's hard for me just to be like, oh yeah, do this. And meanwhile, then you're going to go to your guy and pay him to do it. It's really, you have to trust and communicate with your professional, and they have to tell you what's going to work best for them. If it doesn't sound like they know what they're talking about, then find somebody new. It's that simple. Just don't go back to the same person. Stop getting butchered, and, take back control of your hair and what's going to be best for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know if you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more videos with a Salon Guy.